Hey everyone. I just got an email from a YouTube, or not YouTube, but where's my brain at? Uh, Amazon seller. Uh, After using this chair for as long as I have, uh, I've I've first impressions. First impressions, the chair was great. First impressions, the chair was great, but I mean, it has lumbar support, but the lumbar support is uh, just below my kidneys. It's not in the actual lumbar, so using it, it doesn't have any support for that area. Uh, the seat, the actual cushion of the seat, after I think it was 8 or 9 days of use, the cushion in the seat had completely given way. I mean, it gave everything up, and it's like you sit in it and you could feel the cushion through the seat, or you could feel the plastic through the seat, and it's like you shouldn't have that. I mean, you look at the foam and it's like an inch thick, but then you touch the foam and your finger just goes right straight through into the plastic underneath. And to give you a fair shake here, this is what I have to sit on. 2 cushions to get this to feel somewhat comfortable. And even when I sit on them, I'm literally crushing these down to where the original seat height is. Another thing is I have to put these arm pads on because the armrests are 4 inches too short. I mean, okay, this is where the armrest is right now, with a 3-inch pad on it. Armrest should have your arms, so you have your body is supported. I'm like this. Without the armrests on, we're talking. Hold on. I'll move it down to where the top of the armrest would be. Okay, so now my arms are on the armrest. Elbows are on the armrest. Yeah, the armrests need to be 4 inches higher. Again, I am 6'1". I'm not giant. I'm not massive, but this shows that it's at the shoulder height, because this is supposed to have that neck piece on it. The neck piece is supposed to go between your neck or up behind your head as a headrest. That's where it's supposed to be. But the highest it'll go is literally between my shoulder blades. And that's highly, highly uncomfortable. That's why I took it off. It was useless, it was pointless, and it was uncomfortable because it sticks out further than the back. Here's the back of the chair, and then the piece sit out here, so I couldn't even sit back all the way. It was literally a big bar between my shoulder blades. Well, I wrote an honest review, posted photos of how the chair fits me, and the Amazon seller said, "We're sorry that the chair didn't meet expectations. We value honest reviews, and we are going to send you a full refund of the chair." It's like, I'm using it. I'm just kind of, it's $140. It's $140, and like this is. Oh, where's that lever? God dang it. Yeah. If I put this all the way up, I put this all the way up. I'm way up in the air right now. Yeah, armrests are too low. It puts too much strain on the muscles and in the shoulder and in the collarbone here. It puts too much strain because your arms are down. If I take the armrests off and put them down where they're highest, like I have a 3-inch foam on there. If I drop them down 3 inches and I sit back, my arms are straight. I wonder if I can get enough view on this. Yeah, look. Yeah, I can't. Well, maybe. Okay, if I sit in this chair and I put my arms down, look at that. Elbow's not even down. My arm is literally just drooping behind my back. I mean, that's insane. It's stupid. It really is. It's dumb. I mean, got the armrests up as high as they go. I've got 3 inches of padding on it, and I still need another inch to get to a point where it's comfortable. I mean, look, I'll take my neck brace. Look at the neck brace. If I put the neck brace here and put it on here, look at this shoulder versus that shoulder. Comfortable, uncomfortable. And if I take my ruler, my handy dandy Fiskars wooden ruler, and go from the side to there, I'm at 4 1/4. I'm at 4 1/4. I can give them the quarter. I can give them the 1/4 inch. So 4 inches. The armrests need to come up 4 inches just to be comfortable. Just because, I'm not saying I need to shrug, but to relieve strain on the average person, there needs to be support under the arm. If you have armrests on a chair and they're 4 or 6 inches too short, then they're not armrests. They're just keeping your ass in the chair. It makes no sense. There's no cushion on the seat. I love the breathability of the back. I love the mesh backing. Look at it. You can see my finger through it. Look at it. Look at it. I love that because it keeps you cool. It does. But there's no cushion in the seat. If they made this a suspended seat where they had the mesh seating and it was nice and flexible, or even had the elastic wrap around the outer edge like they have for those outdoor chairs, that would be comfortable. I mean, it's an office chair. It's a gaming chair. It's meant to be sat on for long, extended periods of time. But if it goes to putt in, a month, then it's not up to par. You're sending customers to other people and your competition because your chairs don't last long enough to get a money's worth. And I've barely had this chair, and I've already spent each one of these arm deals was like $20. The cushions, one was $25 and the other was like $35, and I've I'm more money just getting thrown into a chair. And the company said, we're going to refund you. It's like, I'll accept a refund, not because I want it or need it, but because, I had to spend more money to make it somewhat, almost, kind of, sort of useful to me. I mean, they design these chairs Look, you can't even see the backrest on it until I turn. Look at where it's so damn short. And it says that it's shoulder support. They made it wider at the top for shoulder support. And the top of it, the very top of the actual backrest, is under my shoulder blade. I mean, this is shorter than this is as short as a school chair desk. The desk with the chair, combine thing. It's as short as that, but it's uncomfortable. It really is. But I'm gonna accept the offer for the refund. One, because if your product is that bad, then you need to be like, hey, sorry, we designed this poorly. Your input is good. Heck, if they take my input to heart and they go back to the drawing board and design a taller chair with thicker cushions and taller armrests, then they can write that return off as research and development. That saves them $100,000. That saves them $1 million. Who knows? Because there's a lot that goes into research and development. But one, the return, I'm gonna take it as hey, I'm helping them out more than they're helping me out. And two, that $140 that'll make 2 payments to the hospital on one bill that I have, and that'll get me $140 closer to not owing them $17,000. So, but as for as for disability, I'm more than likely not going to get it, even with multiple trips to the hospital, multiple doctors. Went in for the doctor, and the doctor said that I had a torn rotator cuff. And they're like, but, yada, yada, yada. This lady was insane. She took her thumbnail. And jammed it into my shoulder between the actual ball and the socket. Just jammed her thumbnail. She's got those the pointed rounded tip pointed nails, but it was like ½ inch. And she just crammed it in there and was digging it around side to side and kind of like moving. And then she grabbed my arm and was like lifting it up and rotating it like this. And she's like, just relax your arm. And she's just digging in. And I can feel the muscle popping back and forth and bouncing under her nail. And she goes, yeah, seems like there's some damage and this will hurt. I was literally yelling at her and trying to pull away, and she's holding me close and just pulling me in. And it's like, I'm going to hit you. I am going to break your face. You are physically hurting me. And you're trying to tell me that, oh, nothing's wrong with you. Yeah. Got x-rays done, and she goes, yeah, it's muscular. There's a damaged ligament in there. You got tears in it. And it's like, yeah. I'm thinking some of those tears are because of you trying to cut my damn arm off with your thumbnail. And like she told me, if you can only go up to here, you need to get your arm up to here. When it hurts and you're just so in pain that it hurts, you have to push past. You have to just keep pushing through, because it won't heal until you push through that pain. And it's like, that is not how this works. That is not how this works at all. You have no clue what you're doing. You have no clue. Oh yeah, if you can't bring your arm up over your head like this, if you can only bring it up to here and you can't go to here, you have to get somebody to help you and force it up there. That way it'll heal. And this lady had some crazy weird accent. I don't know if it was like Norwegian or Swedish or what, but she has she's got no business being in the position she is in. You can hear through the walls her telling an old man that his knee problem is just in his head. I was talking to him out in the freaking hallway or in the waiting room. He has double knee replacements. And as he's literally sitting there next to me, and he's just kind of like stretching his leg out and bending his knee back. Like he stretches out, then he bring it back. And you can hear grinding, like metal on metal grinding in it. And you can hear the squeaking through his leg. And she goes, no, the pain is in your head. It's all a mental thing. It's like, no, I think that's actual pain. And I don't think that you deserve your medical license or degree, because this is not how this works. And she said, for muscle tears, ice is your friend. Ice is your friend. Ice it down. You're supposed to put heat on it. You're supposed to, heat. That's why they give you heating pads and stuff. It's like, yeah, I get it that, for athletes who are active, they ice down while they're doing their activities. But when it comes to healing, it's heat. For swelling, it's ice. For healing, it's heat. I wouldn't get a heat-causing cream to heal me if I needed to ice it. This opens up the capillaries in the system and helps blood flow to increase the temperature of the muscle so that it heals properly. And she's telling me, don't use this, use ice packs. You can't see doctors in this town. You cannot see doctors in this town. Either you're going to a doctor at the ER, or you're going to a doctor at a specialist facility, and that specialist facility is a 6-month waiting list. But the only ones you can actually see are nurse practitioners. And they I know one good one in the entire area. But the facility he's at doesn't have the equipment I need to be seen. And he's like, go to this place, they'll get you because they have that. And they even say that they have it on their website, but they don't. They work through the hospital, the same hospital that is after me and telling me that they're going to cut off services to me because I need to pay them as soon as... Listen, I have not missed a single payment. Ever. The very first time I went there, I paid cash. I paid on the spot, dropped cash, paid for my entire visit. My second visit, I paid cash again. paid it outright right there the day it happened. Used up all of my life savings. 7 years of savings. Used up on one visit. Next visit, threw it on some cards. Next visit, threw it on some cards. Next visit, threw it on some cards. And the reason why I'm throwing them on cards is because they give you 60 days to pay it off if you don't have the ability to pay it off. Then, once you hit a specific amount, they go, okay, you owe this much, but you can pay this much. So we'll extend it out for this long, and if you have any issues, you cannot stop the payments. You cannot turn off your payment thing because you have signed an agreement, and we will sue you. You've already gotten $250,000 from me, plus, through my payments and my insurance payments. Without insurance, $3,200 from me, nobody else. With insurance, $17,000 from me, $80,000 from my insurance. Same exact visit. EKG, X-ray, blood panel. Those 3 things. That's all they do. Ever. Went in with neck pain, chest pain, arm pain, shoulder pain, and the nurse is like, you don't have to give me all that stuff. How bad's your chest pain? Tell them how bad the chest pain is, but I know that it's tied to the arthritis in my neck. Oh, well, chest pain wouldn't be connected to your neck. Every other doctor on this planet is smarter than you, so they say it is. And it is, because the pain in my chest is the tendons and all the inflammation and all that shit. And here I sit, $42,000 in debt from one hospital billing me out the nose. Because, they accept my insurance, they take my insurance, they do the tests and everything. Then, after insurance has accepted it, they then send my test results for my blood panel and my X-ray and my EKG to doctors in Reno, Nevada, Las Vegas, Denver, Colorado, and someplace in New Mexico. All of which are not in my network. So therefore, I have to pay myself because it's not in my network. And this is where I'm stuck at. I'm going to a hospital that's in my network, that has a doctor that's in my network. But then they take my stuff and send it to a doctor that's not in my network, but still works for the hospital as a contractor. And that's where we're getting screwed. And this hospital, it's either go to this hospital or drive out of town to go to a different hospital and rack up bills over there. And they don't even have the equipment that I need. So, stresses. But I'm looking at other jobs and stuff in the area. Granted, I'm on Indeed and on the state website of all the jobs in our area through the Department of Economic Security. They have an actual collaboration of all the jobs in the area, and 99% of them are all at the hospital, the one that I don't like. All of them. And then everything else is, fast food workers. There was one for there's a bunch of government jobs, but in order to work as a dog catcher, animal control, you have to have a bachelor's degree in veterinary stuff. You have to have a degree as a veterinary technician to be in animal control. And it's like, I don't have money to do that, and I don't have the time to do that, because you have to have it before you get the job. Another one was a volunteer at the park. A volunteer at the park. It's basically they sit in the shack and they check people in and stuff like that. But you have to pass a polygraph. You have to pass a panel of questionnaires from the Chamber of Commerce and the City Council. You have to have something else. It was some kind of degree in Microsoft or something, because you have to be able to work their computer. And it's like they have way too many requirements for stupid stuff here. But I'm looking at some other places. An apartment complex is looking for a maintenance employee, but it's like an entry level maintenance employee, and it's right around the pay that I need to just kind of scrape by. It gets my bills paid, sort of, but it doesn't leave me much else. But hey, whatever can get me through, I guess. But I mean, I'm selling off a lot of stuff that I have. I mean, look at this. Sterling silver. Another one, sterling silver. Boom, 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 boom. Nice and pretty, shiny. This brass buckle. Some very fancy cufflinks and tuxedo studs. At least that's what they say they are. And it's like, I don't know what the hell a tuxedo stud is, but I've got the mobility scooter up for sale. I've got a set of 3 sterling silver Navajo jewelry. They're from a very well-known silversmith from here in Arizona. Who he did stuff in Arizona and he did stuff in Nevada, but he's very well known. And one of them is a excuse me, didn't sleep much. Then again, I haven't slept much in the past 7 years. But one of them is a Navajo cuff watch band with it's sterling silver. It's got scallops. It's got I'm blanking on it. Turquoise. It's got turquoise stones. That thing, I looked and I found one exactly the same. And it's like $675. I've got another one. It is a woman's cuff bracelet, but it's got an Indian head nickel in it, and it's also sterling silver and super beautiful. Then I have a sterling silver ring. It's got turquoise in it, and it's really beautiful. The women's bracelet is like, it was like $200, and where did I put that paperwork? Yeah, the Navajo ring's 180. Yeah, the buffalo. I could have swore I wrote it down. It was like $250, but I've got them for sale as a a combined set for. I think I put like $650 for the whole set, just to sweeten the pot. Got them for sale. I had something else for sale. Oh yeah, I'm selling the yellow Champion generator that I rebuilt because one, I don't need it. I don't because that one's a 95 or 937 something, and then it's a 7,500 or 7,800 watt running gas propane generator, but I have a 15,000 watt propane gasoline generator on the other side of the house, and it only has 40 minutes of runtime on it. So I don't need one that has 900 hours on it that's rebuilt when I have a brand new one that I think the brand new one has run one oxygen machine for 30 minutes, maybe. So it's brand new, so I don't need the other one. And it is what it is. But I've got stuff up for sale, and hopefully somebody bites soon, because I've got 2 paychecks coming to me, one for this last pay period and then one for my last paycheck. And then that last paycheck, I think I'm also going to be getting they're going to be converting my 40 hours of sick pay into pay, and I don't know if they're going to add that to that last check or what, but then I also have another check for 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 16 hours, I think, because I was 16 hours into my where's my math going on this? I was 9 hours into my shift when he passed away. So, boom, ear dork. But yeah, I was 9 hours into my shift, so I'll have I have another 9 hours of work. So, yeah. So I've got some pay coming, but I've got to basically scrimp and save. I need to find new work or get on disability within the next 3 weeks. Because you know how it is. You work a week, 2 weeks, 3 weeks at a job, and then you get paid. That's just how it is, because you have to catch up to a pay period and whatnot. But yeah, so I have to either find work or get on disability next week. But I don't see it happening, so I just gotta buckle down and hope for the best. So, see you guys later.